So this morning, just shortly after 9 a.m., we received a call of a suspicious package at the court building, 6th Avenue, 5th Street, Southwest. When we arrived, we spoke to the sheriffs, and they had indicated that a gentleman came to the court building. We don't know why, what purpose he had to be at the court building. Had a bag with him. When they put the bag through the screening device, there was a suspicious item located in the bag. Some initial interviews were done with this gentleman. There's some inconsistency with what was being said, enough that the sheriff took this gentleman into custody. The package remained in the screening device. The police service was called. The picture was shared with our tactical unit members. There was enough of a concern, just based on the photo only, that the recommendation was that we evacuate the court building. So the sheriffs did evacuate the court building. Calgary Police Service went to adjoining businesses, just advised them of the situation in the courthouse. We understand some businesses chose to evacuate, some did not. At this point, the gentleman is in our custody. He's being interviewed as to the reasons he was at the courthouse, what was in the package. As well, our tactical members are now inside the court building. They've made the initial approach to that package. I don't have any information yet as to what those findings are, but certainly as this unfolds and we find out what was in that bag, then we'll give you an update.
Is there any indication how large this device might have been in terms of what sort of damage it could cause?
No, I don't know the exact size, other than the fact that he carried it in and it was within a bag. So, of course, with explosives, a small package can do a lot of damage. So, as I say, it was enough of a concern for our tactical members, just looking at the photo, that they felt the safe thing to do would be to evacuate the building, and that's why that was done, and the sheriffs did that for us.
Was it known what he was there for?
We don't know. No. So he attended the court building for some purpose, so we're hopeful that we'll get that information as we interview him, as we're doing right now.
This is a much wider perimeter than we typically see for an evacuation like this.
Well, we wanted to ensure the immediate area right around the court building, so 6th Avenue, the LRT tracks, and certainly the street in front of the courthouse was shut down for safety reasons. And again, we did go to a lot of adjoining businesses just as a safety precaution, and we left that decision up to them. So again, we don't know what we're dealing with. As soon as we can determine what was in that bag, or if there is any concern, then we can certainly collapse that perimeter. But until our tactical unit members have a chance to get in there, do some testing, have a look at it, we're going to err on the side of safety, and we're going to keep the perimeter the way it is.
You used the word explosive. I've heard police casually to say IED. Will you describe for us what you know of the device that's in question?
I don't know anything about the device other than it's an item that is within that bag, so I don't know what that item is, but certainly enough of a concern that going through the screening device, it raised the concern or heightened awareness of the sheriff that was doing the screening, enough that he started doing some secondary questioning. When that questioning didn't seem to make sense or add up, that's when he was taken into custody. We were called, so I don't have a lot of details as to what is actually in there, but certainly something that has raised enough of a concern that we've taken this action.
Kevin, I noticed
the
that
look of the item that caused the problem, or did it give off the trace indications of explosives?
I don't know. I think initially the information we have is the look of the item, because a photo was taken from the X-ray machine, and that's what was initially forwarded to our tactical members.
Were there wires attached to this item?
I don't know what.
How seriously are you guys taking this? I noticed, often you're evacuated for half an hour, the building is cleared, and everybody goes back in. Even the green spaces have been taped off. It seems like we're just pushing people further and further away from that building.
Well, and again, you don't know what we're dealing with. So I think it's better to err on the side of having a wider perimeter until we know exactly what is in that bag. Certainly, we wouldn't want anybody put at risk or harm because we erred on the side of we don't need a bigger perimeter. So for now, until we know what we're dealing with, we're going to take whatever precautions we think are necessary to ensure the safety of the folks in that downtown core. And we're getting on it as quickly as we can. Like I say, the tactical members are in there right now. So as soon as we can determine that, as quickly as we can collapse that perimeter, we will.
And any idea on a timeline? I mean, is court essentially shut down for the rest of today? We saw them take the prisoners in the transport van and leave.
Well, and again, these are contingency plans that are in place. So when you have to evacuate the court building, you have to have these plans where you can move out prisoners and that type of thing. So this is just, you know, a plan that's being executed because of this certain situation. And again, the tactical guys are very good at what they do. We have explosive experts. They'll take the time that they need to ensure that when we deal with whatever we're dealing with, that it's done properly and that nobody's going to get harmed. So I don't know how long that'll take, but we'll certainly keep everybody updated.
How quickly was the court
I don't know how long that took. Again, when we first got there and we spoke with the sheriff who did the initial screening, the photo was reviewed by our tactical members, so I don't know what that timeline was, but as soon as the explosive experts felt that probably on the safe side would be to evacuate the building, the sheriffs took care of that for us, so I don't know how long that would have taken. But they would have had these contingency plans in place. That's kind of probably their MOUs that it would have been able to be done relatively quickly.
Any idea how many CPF members are involved in this?
I don't know. I mean, we have outer perimeter people, we have inner perimeter people, certainly we have our tactical unit members, so I don't know the total numbers.
And is bomb squad involved?
Yeah, that's our tactical unit, so the explosive experts from that area. Okay, so if I get an update, like I say, they're there now. So as we get more information, we'll keep you updated, and we'll just stay down here until this is resolved.